I'm Daniela Calvillo.
I'm Andrea Fajardo.
I'm Frida Delgado.
And I'm Regina Chavez.
We are from the Group 52 and we are presenting our key activity of matter and sustainability. Background. Objective. Our objective was to use 3 brands of biodegradable detergent to test their effectiveness when it came to cleaning a colored fabric and a plain white one. We worked with ACE, Roma, and Foca. Theoretical framework. Soap and detergent. A soap is a potassium or sodium fatty acid salt produced from the hydrolysis of fats, which comes from a chemical reaction called saponification. Detergent. A detergent is a surfactant with cleaning properties in dilute solutions with water. Differences. Soaps are made with organic compounds and detergents are made by the synthesizing raw materials into chemicals with similar properties. Soaps are made by fatty acids and detergents by sulfonic acid. Ingredients in soaps and detergents. Surfactant. They break down the interface between water, oils, and dirt. Zeolite. They soften the water and extract all hardness components. Filler. They change the consistency of the detergent. They make it portable and soluble to disperse it. The difference between biodegradable and non-biodegradable cleaners is that biodegradable items decompose in a short amount of time, while non-biodegradable do not. Biodegradable items are organic and will get decomposed by living organisms without causing harm to the environment or releasing any toxins. Hypothesis. Our hypothesis for test number 1 was that the ACE detergent will be a better cleaner than the Roma and the Foca detergent. For test number 2, our hypothesis was that after the process of trying to get out the stain from the blue fabric, the Foca detergent will be the one that discolors the fabric the most. Experimental design and methodology. Our dependent variables were how well was the stain removed and which one discolors the most. Our independent variable were the types of detergent powder. Our constant factors were the amount of detergent, the cleaning time, the amount of water, the temperature of the water, the type of stain, the measure of the stain, and the size of the fabric. Tests. In test number 1, a stain was placed on 3 white pieces of fabric, and each piece was cleaned with a different brand of detergent powder. The purpose of this test was to determine which detergent does the best work at cleaning the fabric. For test number 2, there were 3 pieces of stained blue fabric were cleaned. They were cleaned with different brands of the detergent in order to compare which one discolored the clothing the most.
Results in data collection. Fabric that used the ACE detergent. The blue fabric was a little bit decolorated, but the stain was still there. And for the white fabric, it cleaned it really well. Then for the fabric that used the Roma detergent, the detergent decolorated the fabric a little bit and the stain was still visible. And for the white fabric that used the Roma detergent, it was also clean. And lastly, for the blue fabric that used the Foca detergent, data analysis. For the first test, our hypothesis was that the ACE detergent was going to be the better cleaner for the white fabric with the stain than the Roma and Foca detergent. And with the results we got, we see that all the detergents took off the stain, and it was really hard to see which one did the best job. So it was kind of a fail. And for the theoretical background, the surfactants and enzymes were the ones that allow the removal of the stain, and also because we use detergents that were mainly used for cleaning whites, that's why they worked that well. And in the second test, our hypothesis was that the Foca detergent will be the one that discolors the fabric the most. And with the results, we saw that the hypothesis was correct. This was because also the main use of the detergents is cleaning whites, and also because the additives that are an ingredient for the detergents are used to remove stubborn stains, and this time they were not really that hard to remove. So what the detergent did was start taking off also the color of the fabric.
It's important to have safety standards because they can prevent accidents, injuries, damage, and they can ensure that the product is correctly used and fulfill its function. When conducting this experiment, it is important that you're following the following security standards. Use latex or rubber gloves when you're in contact with the detergent. Measure the correct amount of detergent and do not put your skin in contact with the detergent. This is because the detergents have many chemicals that are harmful for humans or the environment. For example, Ace, Foca, and Roma detergent contain surfactants. These end up in environmental areas such as soil and water, and they can cause pollution with toxic effects on living organisms. To reduce the impact of the surfactants, it is recommended to buy eco-friendly detergents. Chemicals have several advantages for people. They provide energy, health, processed foods, clothing, among others. Basically, chemicals improve people's lifestyle. However, they can also cause damage to the environment and people. They can create diseases and lead to death. They can be toxic to any living being, modify natural cycles, and have an impact on ecosystems. As well, they can pollute the water, air, and soil. Some companies are trying to have a smaller environmental footprint, creating biodegradable cleaning products. Non-biodegradable cleaning products pollute streams and rivers. They can enter the food chain and be harmful and toxic, while the biodegradable ones do not contain sulfates, so they do not pollute the water as much, and they do not leave chemical residues in clothing, so they're not harmful for humans. So even though the consequences of these chemicals are so serious, is it better to use them to continue with the lifestyle of the current society, ignoring that in the future it might have a greater impact, or should we stop using them at once?
Actions or protocols can be put in place when designing new chemicals that may be effective but harm the environment. A warning saying that you should use gloves when using the product. The benefit of this is that you won't harm your hands when you use the chemical. The bad thing is that you are going to use more plastic, as you will need to use gloves to use the product to protect your hands from the chemical. Another thing is a warning saying, don't return the chemical to the original packing. With this, you will avoid the formation of an incompatible mix, avoiding the risks of unknown reactions. The bad thing about this is that you will probably throw it in the water and could be toxic for the environment, harming it. And another warning saying, don't mix with other chemicals if you are not sure they can mix. The benefit of this is that you will avoid creating a chemical reaction that could then harm you, making toxic the place where you use it or harming your family. The bad thing about this is that when you throw it away, a bad reaction with other products could occur, harming or polluting wherever it is around, people, animals, or the environment. Does the use of biodegradable detergents improve the quality of human life and the environment? Yes, they do. It helps to reduce the pollution from detergents, but they cost more than non-biodegradable detergents, and many people prefer the cheaper products. Another thing is that they are made of non-toxic and natural ingredients that don't pollute or harm the environment. But they may not work as well as normal detergents because they don't have the aggressive ingredients that normal detergents have. And they are safe when you use them. But this could make kids think that they can ingest them whenever they want and nothing bad will happen, or even they would give them to their pets and thinking that nothing will happen when the reality is not that.
Now, our individual conclusions. Cleaning products actively damage the environment, but mainly water. Different components of detergents end up in lakes, ponds, rivers, and even in the ocean, affecting their ecosystem and their natural way of being. The best solution for this problem is the use of biodegradable detergents and soaps. That way, they can naturally break down without damaging the environment.
We have always used cleaning products without knowing what happened to the environment, but now we know that detergents are very harmful as they are thrown into water, harming the life underwater. But we can change them. There are a lot of bioproducts that don't harm the environment, or even we could make some natural ingredients that won't harm either, helping to not continue polluting.
Detergents pollute the environment either due to their chemical contents or their packaging. That is why a way to reduce this impact is by buying biodegradable detergents or eco-friendly ones.
Cleaning products are affecting us and the environment because most of them end up in soil or water, and they can cause serious environmental pollution. They can release toxins, they have ingredients that remain in earth for many years, and they start accumulating chemicals in the air, water, and soil. Some solutions I think will help to reduce these situations are to start using more biodegradable cleaners because they will get decomposed by living organisms without causing harm to the environment or releasing any toxins. And we can buy and produce more products that come in eco-friendly packaging so we can help reduce the amount of waste we leave.
Thank you for your attention.